think one of my favorites was the blue light glasses.
Oh my gosh.
Blue light! That shit was so funny.
Oh my God, we gotta do one on that.
Past project.
Past progies.
Past progies. Take one.
Hello, everybody. Take two here. We're going to do something a little different today, and we decided it'd be fun to look at past projects we've done and kind of go step by step how we came up with the idea, why we did it in the first place, roadblocks, wins, funny moments that happened during the process, and you're in luck because this is the very first episode.
First time.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about one of the first YouTube ads we ever did. Not the first, but very early on in the process for one of our favorite longtime clients, Pretty Litter. And that is the original Cat Goddess YouTube ad. This one has gone on to be a massive hit, a massive success. But the funny thing about it is that we had no idea, obviously, at the beginning. We were just kind of like, oh, this could be fun. But this was also the first run of videos that we did for Pretty Litter. And how we came to work with them was actually via just cold LinkedIn outreach, which is crazy to think about. But I reached out to the director or the creative director on LinkedIn, and she and I share an alma mater, so I feel like that might have helped. But it
USC woot woot.
USC fight on, Troji.
Not woot woot, it's fight on, right, yeah.
I was going to go on a tangent, and I will.
You can.
Well, it was just more
You can
like
always cut it out.
We connected on LinkedIn, and Pretty Litter just happened to be increasing their YouTube spend and wanting to take some risks, and so she said, let's do it. Let's hear a pitch.
Shout out to Kristina, because I feel like she really took a chance on us. She gave us a big old chance. And so thank you, Kristina.
Thank you, Kristina.
YouTube is also a space that is great for testing because it's not as expensive as a broadcast ad, obviously. So it's a great place to see how well a concept can do, which was actually our experience with Pretty Litter after this first YouTube. What was the process, do you remember, when we started coming up with the Cat Goddess concept?
Well, we had done another ad that we'll also probably be touching on in this series, where we had sort of a very colorful, eccentric, confident gal who Kristina also
The opposite
played.
of me personally?
That's not true. We talked about the stigma of a cat lady and how that's like frowned upon, seen as like dowdy and unattractive.
Little do they know. Great.
You're getting gold.
Got it.
And we thought, what if we take that stigma and flip it on its head and transform this quote unquote cat lady into a cat goddess? Like that being a cat owner is something to be proud of. It's glamorous, it's fun, it's like lively and pizzazzy.
And we always love a magical vibe.
Yes.
So if people love transformations, like you see it all the time in like, what's that movie with Rachel Lee Cook?
Oh,
she's all that.
She's all that.
Anytime we can put a little glitter, a little color with the
Touch of magic. I think everybody likes a touch of magic. I just remember too that the deck for that particular one, for the Cat Goddess, we had a picture of Taylor Swift with all her cats, and that stuck in my mind. I'm not a Swiftie, but
thank you, Taylor.
thank you, Taylor. When I think about like roadblocks and wins on this project, it was almost one of those where I don't really remember there being any roadblocks. It was also so early in our business that we weren't having, clients on set. We weren't having, our crew was really just very small and like a family. And
Shout out Matt.
Woohoo! And we really just kind of like bootstrapped the whole thing, and it felt very easy breezy, low pressure.
That's when you know something's going to be
Killed it.
gold too. Like
The vibes are good.
when it feels like it's effortless, I
Yeah.
feel like it's always like, okay, we're onto something.
That's not a saying, babe.
Well, it's true. Sometimes. Sometimes in life.
I think we really lucked out with the location because it was already set dressed to perfection
Beautifully.
and was so the vibe of this cat goddess, just pink and wonderful and dreamlike. It took a while to find the perfect dress.
Yes, we went to that vintage store.
Yeah.
You tried on so many dresses.
So many dresses. I felt so fat. I was like, they're not gonna want me as a cat goddess.
But who else could be the cat goddess? You are the cat goddess.
No one.
For someone that is allergic to cats.
Yes, that's the other
Definitely
thing.
allergic to cats.
That's the
Oh,
other thing is finding,
finding the cat.
because I'm allergic and we had to go around scouting for cats. I always had to take like an allergy pill, and Shelby literally had to teach me how to hold a cat in my arms, and I'm like, ah!
Yeah, I'm gonna whip in. And
I love cats. The scouting for the cats is my favorite day of life. If I see a cat, I'm
It's
like,
life-changing for her. It's crazy.
I love it.
She loves it.
I love it.
And I will say, from the start of that process to the end of that process, I really gained an affinity for cats.
Hell yeah.
I kind of, I don't know. They're a special place in my heart now for
Yeah.
them. When before I was a little more fearful.
Minky moo 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 boo boo bear.
People are afraid of cats until they know cats.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah. The budget was small. Obviously, we were just starting out, so I feel like we were cashing in a lot of favors, to be
Yeah.
honest. I feel like everyone worked so well together because they knew each other, and it was just great vibes all around.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like I just feel like the vibe on the set, you know, sometimes you hear about these movies or shows where it's like everyone hated each other on the set and they're still a hit. Like, I just don't know how that's possible.
be a little silly. You maybe cut in.
Yeah,
You know?
it's so true. I did my own hair and makeup,
Mm-hmm.
and
crushed.
I honestly preferred that look as opposed to the poof poof and the second one.
That just means you're really good at hair and makeup.
Well, I don't know about
You know your way around a bouffant. That's what that means.
that. Shelby likes to say, like, we'll be on a call, and I'll just have like a clip in my hair, and by the end of the call, it's like, oh,
You
yeah.
gotta get that volume, you know?
We also had a really great actor who played my boyfriend in the spot.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. Yeah.
He was just like
Mark.
perfect. We'd worked with him a couple times before with our comedy videos in the past, and
Yeah.
he was just such a delight and like played the comedy perfectly.
He was great. He was great. And the owner of the cat mom, she was such a cool, very kind girl. And her cat, R.I.P. Cooper, he was just an absolute dream,
Yeah.
an absolute doll. So
Yeah, that was the challenge, finding a cat that was able to be on set with a lot of people, not be scared, and also be still.
be able to be held. And this was, we couldn't afford to pay like an acting cat at this point. Like, they're very expensive, as we later found out. Yeah, we had to just like find the most agreeable cat and go with it. You know, Kristina makes that ad. Her performance,
Oh, stop.
spot on.
Oh, stop. I think it has like
Vibrant.
30 million views, so go watch it.
We've gone on to do multiple broadcast versions of it. Yeah, we continue to work with Pretty Litter to
Thank
this
you,
day,
guys.
and we love them. They
We love
always,
them.
it's nice to work for people that really
Trust
you, and they let you, take risks and really be creative, and that's been such a blessing. And
Yeah.
it's so crazy that we found them so early in our career.
You get the best creative when you have the freedom and the reins to execute your vision.
One thing that is kind of funny is that now, because Cat Goddess is very prominent on our website, every time we get on a call with someone new, they recognize Kristina. They're like, what's up?
I'm like, huh?
You're the girl. She's like a little celeb.
No. They're like, oh, wait.
You're like, I know
You're-
you.
So you just like put yourself in all the ads? And I'm like, actually,
I
yeah.
force her to put herself in all
Well,
the
Shelby's
ads.
in all the ads too.
But you
Dang
know
it,
what
but-
is cool is that we got our start doing comedy videos with the two of us, and getting paid to do it is like very cool.
For so long, we were doing it and just
Hustling
for nothing. For nothing. But it was fun. It's always been fun.
We love it.
And I think that's about it for the first Cat Goddess YouTube. Go watch it, and we'll have another past project to talk about next time.
Yes, if you haven't seen it, we'll link it in the description, and see y'all next time. Fight on.
Woot woot.
And action.
The lightweight silica gel crystals absorb urine and the lightweight silica. I'll just start from the